What's up everybody, I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. If you've been watching our channel, you understand that the best way to build your wealth is not by listening to your math teacher and just saving 10% of your income in your savings account. Keep saving, Johnny. You'll be wealthy one day, hopefully. The truth is, the real secret to building wealth is investing. With investing, you're not buying things that lose you money and make you poorer, like cars and shoes and clothes. You're using your money to buy things like real estate, which will one, pay you with cash, and they will make you wealthier. So today, I'm gonna give you a crash course on real estate investing because I wish somebody would have told me these things when I was getting started in real estate. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe to the Minority Mindset YouTube channel right below the screen. And make sure you hit that little bell too, because if you don't, then YouTube doesn't tell you when our new videos are released. First, so we're all on the same page. How does real estate investing work? Real estate investing is when you buy a property, not to live in yourself, but to rent out to somebody else. You're buying property like a house, an office building, a real estate building, a strip plaza. This way, you can let other people live in or use this property, and in exchange, they're going to pay you rent every single month. That's what real estate investing is, but let's talk really briefly about what real estate investing is not. As much as your banker and all of your friends want you to believe this, real estate investing is not going out and buying a big, beautiful, fancy home for you to live in because you think you'll be able to sell it for a profit in a few years. That's buying a liability. You're buying something where your money's going out and your money's not coming back. Real estate investing is also not buying a property, fixing it up, and then trying to sell it 3 months later for a profit. That's flipping. It's very active and it's cool and you can make money doing it, but it's not real estate investing. Second, why should you be investing in real estate? The simple answer is so you can make money. The complex answer is so you can be financially free. Real estate is a tangible investment and it is robot proof because people will always need a place to sleep, people will always need a place to eat, and people will always need a place to work. When you are a real estate investor, you will be getting rent checks every single month, even if you're sitting on the beach in Hawaii. Plus, real estate investors get tax breaks. Now, while I am a licensed attorney, I am not your attorney, so if you have specific tax questions, talk to a tax professional in your area. But have you ever wondered why people like Donald Trump can own a bunch of real estate and they can make millions of dollars a year in rental income and then they can turn around and pay close to $0 in taxes? It's because the tax code says that real estate investors get tax breaks. And yes, it is legal. Let me show you what I mean with some numbers. If you are a highly skilled and highly educated and highly talented heart doctor, you might be able to make, my heart is lopsided, sorry, $1 million a year from all the heart surgeries you do. Now, $1 million a year is a lot of money. But because you are making this money from your job, you don't get to keep all $1 million because that's what the tax code says. You will get to keep somewhere between $500,000 and $600,000 after paying your taxes. Still a lot of money, but you didn't get to keep all $1 million. Now, on the other hand, let's say you are a real estate investor and you bought this property for $100,000, and a few years later, this property goes up in value to $1.1 million. So you sell it. You have a profit of $1 million, and now you think that you have to pay taxes on this $1 million of profit, right? Well, the tax code says if you take this $1 million and you reinvest it into a bigger piece of property, you don't have to pay any money in taxes today. It's called the 1031 exchange, and now you own a bigger piece of property and you're gonna get bigger rent checks every single month. And now if you go back to your beach in Hawaii, you're gonna continue getting paid versus if you were this heart doctor and you go to a beach in Hawaii, you won't be getting paid anymore because, well, if you're on the beach, you're not doing heart surgeries and you're not getting paid. And in case you were wondering, you also get a bunch of special tax breaks for the rental income you get. So if you make $1 million a year in rent, you get a bunch of special tax breaks for that too. Third, let's talk about some of the kinds of real estate you can invest in. You have single family homes, apartment complexes, shopping plazas, land, mixed use properties, mobile home parks, office buildings, retail, hotels, business. There's a lot, but what you have to remember is that each piece of real estate has two different businesses involved. You first have the business of owning the real estate, and then you have the business inside of the real estate. Look, you can own a CVS building without operating a drugstore, and you can own a hospital without being a doctor, or you can own an apartment complex without managing the tenants inside. When you own the building that CVS is renting, now you own the property and CVS is doing the work to find customers and manage inventory and hire staff and sell their stuff. Your job is to collect the rent. When you are a real estate investor, your job is to own the real estate, not run the business inside. Now, this is easy to understand when we're talking about investing in a CVS building or investing in a hospital, but what about when you invest in a house or an apartment complex? Instead of being the person who gets the phone calls when the tenant says, hey, I didn't eat something too good last night and I clogged the toilet, can you come and fix this? You want to be the real estate investor. You can hire a property manager who will get paid a percentage of your rental income, and they will handle all the management work. So they will pay your bills, they'll make sure the tenant's paying on time, and if they have to kick out a tenant, they will handle it for you. This way you can focus on being the real estate investor. Number 4, how do you get in? If you want to invest in real estate, you need money, okay? You can buy properties with cash, you can go to the bank and get a loan, or you can get a bunch of friends who have money and you can pool your money together to go and buy a bigger property. And then beyond these 3, you have this whole world of creative financing, but you need to understand that the numbers have to make sense. You do not want to buy a property where you're losing money every single month. Crunch the numbers. Make sure that the income that you're getting is enough to cover the expenses and put some money in your pocket every single month. Once you got your numbers down, make sure, this is not a recommendation, this is a must, make sure you have a real estate attorney and you have property insurance for all of your real estate. You have to do this. This is coming from somebody who's not just an attorney, but from somebody who's a real estate investor who's been sued by a tenant because they claimed that the bathtub got too slippery when it was wet. This is a true story, so make sure you have an attorney and insurance. And number 5, you need to understand the real estate market. Not only do you need to understand where you're buying, which is the micro level, but you have to understand the macro level, which is that real estate has cycles. There are times when the real estate market is booming, and then there's times when the real estate market is coming down. Remember, when you're a real estate investor, you're not buying property so you can flip it in 6 months for a profit. You're buying it so you can create positive passive income. This way you can make money each and every month. So when you're buying real estate, make sure the numbers make sense. And second, you want to buy in a location where people are moving to. I have paid premiums for real estate in locations while still being profitable because people were moving into a location, and over the long run, this has proven to be much more profitable. I've talked about this before and I'll link it in the description below. The key here is to make smart money decisions, and in order to do that, you have to understand what's happening in the finance and business world, which is why we created the free Minority Mindset newsletter. In our newsletter, we break down the top finance and business news, and then we show you how this news affects your wallet. This newsletter is completely free, and you can subscribe to it by clicking the link up here or by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and share it with one friend. That way we can help spread the word. Don't miss any videos on entrepreneurship, business, and money every single week at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell below. That way you actually find out when our new videos are released. And as always, keep hustling.